Welcome to Campground Conversations, an Ocean Lakes podcast. Join us as we dive into frequently asked questions, uncover hidden gems, and share exclusive behind-the-scenes stories of Ocean Lakes Family Campground. From all of us at your happy place in sunny Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, thanks for tuning in.
Welcome to Campground Conversations. We are the marketing team here at Ocean Lakes, and today we're excited to chat with Ron Zwing, the creator behind Sandy Starfish.
We'll be diving into Halloweekends 2024, how we pick the characters, the story behind this year's theme, and all the behind-the-scenes magic that brings it to life.
Have we announced the theme yet?
The 2024 theme is Under the Big Top. Let's talk about our concern about Under the Big Top theme.
Number one concern, clowns.
That's Dana. Right?
That's mine.
Number two concern, how to draw a seal.
Well, back up a little. I'm thinking circus, carnival. Do we want Ocean Lakes to be a circus?
With the word circus, right?
Well, I was wondering who suggested it. You said someone in HR, and was it possible maybe they said this place is a circus?
Yeah, we haven't done the zoo yet, right? Yeah, but the Three Ring Circus. Some days it feels like that here in the summertime, right?
Yep.
So
Some days.
but we just went for it, didn't we? So as we pick the theme, we also want to think about what our guests will like and how they will decorate. Some guests, just so you know, I think we need to point this out. If you're new to Halloweekends, you don't have to follow the theme, but we have guests that really want to follow the theme. So, we try and get the theme started. We start talking about it in the spring. In June is when we're really like, okay, and we're trying to pass it off to Ron. And then Ron is usually like cranking it out. What?
I like to honestly start working on Halloweekends in June.
Mm-hmm.
And every year we push it up more and more. But every year it becomes more and more too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, originally probably took me half a day. Now all of a sudden I'm working on it a month. So now all of a sudden it's June and July, and then it has to go to print. And with 50 people telling you Sandy's arm should be 3 inches higher, why is he holding a sword? He should be having a hook. But then I draw a hook, and then Sandy's not a pirate. Sandy's all of a sudden in a circus. So now all of a sudden he needs a ringmaster hat. So, anyways, that alone takes up 2 weeks. So
There's a lot. Ron is a patient man with us. And yes, it's a lot of work. So it's Under the Big Top, and that comes from the giant canopy that's 6 lanes wide. I think really how we tied that in, it goes with circus, but also how many times are you on social media, and we're all over, we're on social, but we watch what, we watch people are tagging us and they're posting on our page. They post on other kind of unofficial pages, all this different stuff. And you see the repeated photo of them sitting at the light. They finally made it down 544 and they shoot the photo of the canopy with the giant Sandy Starfish Ocean Lakes Family Campground with the cars lined up under the canopy. And that's like the big top, right?
Right.
And so it's kind of your gateway to the ocean.
Why don't we talk about how the title of Halloweekends came about and what the creative process looks like?
There's a lot of ideas and list making, and we pull
absolutely.
or drag Ron into this madness.
I actually do a good job with taglines.
Yes.
I don't always win, but I think they're good, and then they go into the shelf of the unknown.
Do you keep score, Ron?
No. I hold no grudges.
Land of Misfit Sandys.
There we go. We could do a whole book on what didn't make the cut, right?
Yeah.
So the tagline this year is in circus mode. Did we all forget the tagline?
I did, I think.
I remember the taglines I came up with.
Oh, the greatest experience
I
I
know,
That's
yeah,
right.
Why did I go blank?
I know,
I
they
did
all went
blank
blank
for a
on.
minute.
She was like,
Yeah.
How many times have we typed that?
I know.
Apparently not enough.
right.
Yes, the greatest, Under the Big Top, the greatest experience on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's our theme. And so you've got the ringmaster, the clowns. What's the
Stilton Milton.
Stilton Milton.
Stilton Milton. So we've got Muscle Man. We've got the Starfish Cannonball, which is like the human cannonball. That one, Ron drew this great cannon, and then we had Sandy coming out of it. You really couldn't tell. It's really hard sometimes to tell he's a starfish. So when you only see this like yellow little cone head sticking out of a cannon, it's kind of weird. So we ended up like putting his arms and making a water cannon, which led to Splash Zone. And and Ron is a patient man.
This was a good moment.
That one took a while.
We start with the theme, and then we come up with a list and lots of little images to inspire, and then we kind of discuss the list and we send it to Ron.
Inspiration.
And there is a very famous word that we have with Ron.
Oh, I Ronitize it.
Yes, he Ronizes it. Yes.
I don't know. I just do what I see in my mind, and I just hope people like it.
Well, they normally
do. They love
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes there's too much of your mind.
Yeah. I've been called that. I'm officially changing my name to Too Much Ron.
Oh, there we go.
Ron, can you tell us about one of the challenges that you've had with this year's characters?
So somebody was jumping into a small thing of water, and I was trying to draw Sandy diving, and I think I drew it like 12 times, and everybody was like, no. That's just really weird, Sandy, upside down, and then move its legs back, and maybe his hands could be. No, he looks like he's praying upside down. So, anyways, you won't see that one because it never made the cut.
So one little tidbit we'll go through real quick here at the end, and this is something that if you're planning your reservations, you really want to know about with Halloweekends. It is every weekend in October. We have tried a few things in the past. We've started it. Depending on when October hits, that first weekend sometimes it's like the end of September, beginning of October. But also with Halloween, we've actually bumped it to where it had been like the 31st was Friday, and then November 1st and 2nd was Saturday and Sunday. We have found that those events, it's kind of interesting. We've learned a lot, and you can tell that the weekends leading up are very popular. But it seems like most people like to be home on the actual Halloween. Now, we've had busy Halloweekends where Halloween falls, but ironically, it's the weekends before them that are busier. So there's a little tip for you. And we just kind of realized that for us and our guests and our operation, it seems like we really need to focus on the weekends in October.
Well, that was just a little sneak peek into all the planning and the amazing team effort that goes into making Halloweekends so magical.
We couldn't do it without Ron and his creativity. Thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely. From all of us here at Ocean Lakes, thanks for tuning in.
And happy Halloweekends.